Hello, my name's Michael Keneally, and I'm telling you about my Nakshatras course. The Nakshatras are the 27 lunar signs of Vedic astrology. They are a magnificent declaration of our personality, our reality, our emotions and our mind. They're based on the position of the moon, the 27 lunar signs. And we learn so much about ourselves if we study where our planets are in the 27 sign lunar zodiac, the Nakshatras. So the website is www.nakshatraadvancecourse.com. And the method of study is, loads of information's given you, you get videos, and you write to me about each nakshatra. You do your favourite reading. I give you a book list, wonderful books. You look at what I give you, and you look at which of your planets falls in a nakshatra and say what that means. Which of my planets fall in a nakshatra and say what it means. And because it's based on our two realities, it's genuine, it's honest. And if one of the nakshatras we're studying in the sequence, well, neither of us has a planet there, well, you study the chart of someone you love, someone in your family, or maybe a celebrity that you're interested in. And so this particular video is about Jyestha Nakshatra, which is the 18th lunar sign. And so basically it's at the end of Vedic Scorpio. And it is very much the sign of the elder. It's essentially orientated towards, material things and towards responsibility. Its ruling deity is Indra, who was a great god of the agricultural ancient Indians. He holds a thunderbolt, he controls the rain which is needed for agriculture. And so it's someone who is conscious of seniority, but it's also quite sort of psychic. And they do seem to have, sort of occult powers and even to be a bit sorcerous, I find, some of them. And usually they're quite sort of courageous, but also they can be reclusive and secretive. Now, just to say, its symbol is an earring, which in a sense was a badge of superiority in the ancient Indian society. And in terms of the classification of the nakshatras, it's got the endearing classification of harsh and dreadful. And so I think I always feel you have to be quite careful with Jyestha people, if they have sun, moon or ascendant, especially in Jyestha. And the thing is, they definitely, want to hold authority, and so they can often be very caring of sick people and so forth, but, definitely want to be quite authoritarian with people, dare I say. But the saying is, the ancient wisdom is, they like to look good, so they can actually do things that, look good to the parish or, to the local community or whatever. But in fact, they're a little bit dodgy and unscrupulous underneath, and I've definitely found that. So you can see how this sort of wisdom is very human. It's very specific. But of course it doesn't stop there. It's attuned to divine reality. And so it's about how the Jyestha person will perfect their drive to a superior position so that they won't have those negative qualities, so they will burn those, and so that they will hold authority on the basis of strength and ethics and regard for those people whose situations they hold together. So, the nakshatras are not just a sort of novelistic statement, although so often when I'm studying the nakshatras, I'm reminded of Charles Dickens' novels. Because, he describes really quite extreme human characteristics often, and they can be true. So in terms of their favourable characteristics, they can be the most successful of their family, They're very good at friends and support networks, but often their children feel mad about that because the children can feel neglected, that their feelings aren't valued, that their feelings are dismissed. Oh, you're being too sensitive. Look, I've got to go to the parish meeting. You know, that type of thing. They often get wealth of whatever level, you know, accrue some wealth. And they act respectable. But unfavourably, there's an angry edge to them, definitely. They're a bit formidable. And there's family frictions, definitely, because they don't really let family members express how they're feeling. And they can hide their own feelings and intentions under a sort of religious facade. And they can even be quite sort of impatient and not, you know, perhaps of the most moral underneath. And they're very good at getting sympathy. Oh, I'm working so hard to care for my derelict son, you know. And, oh, she's doing so well at supporting that derelict son. You know, it's that sort of dynamic. So it's a bit eccentric, it's very individualistic, and it's courageous. Okay, just a few technical details. Its position is in Scorpio, Vedic Scorpio, from 1640 degrees to 30 degrees. So in other words, the very end of Jyesta is the Gandanta. And I've done a separate work on that very difficult zone. There's 3 of them in the Vedic birth chart, where water dissolves before the first flicker of the next fire sign. And also it makes a difference which of the 4 padas you have your planets in, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces. They give quite a different flavour to the planets. The ruler is Mercury, and they are quite mentalistic. And the last point I'd make is that the Gana is Rakshasa, or demon. You know, some of the nakshatras have very sort of spiritual Deva type of energies. And last of all, the power animal is the stag. And so you can study any of the you can study all the nakshatras with me, and this is a brief presentation of Jyesta. And just on that point about the stag, nakshatras and their power animals are a huge part of the very accurate and powerful love astrology of Vedic astrology, and I have a special mini course on that too. So have a look at my Nakshatras Advanced course and get in touch. It's a wonderful, wonderful course. Thank you.